Hey there, entrepreneurs. My name is Sushant, and welcome to Trep Talks. This is the show where I interview successful e-commerce entrepreneurs, business executives, and thought leaders, and ask them questions about their business story, and also dive deep into some of the strategies and tactics that they have used to start and grow their businesses. And today, I'm really excited to welcome Koko Hayashi to the show. Koko is a Japanese serial entrepreneur and the founder of Koko Face Yoga. Koko Face Yoga offers face yoga educational content through Koko Face Yoga app, instructor certifications, and also through social media content. And today I'm going to ask Koko a few questions about her entrepreneurial journey and some of the strategies and tactics that she has used to start and grow her business. So really excited to welcome you today at Truck Talks, Koko. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited. Yay!
So anyone who does not know, I think most people have heard the concept of yoga.
Mhm.
Can you share a little bit about your business? What actually is Face Yoga, and
Yes.
what is the product that you're selling?
Yes, so face yoga is a great natural solution to regain or maintain your youthful appearance. We wake up sleeping muscle in the face to lift up the face and relax overworking muscle for wrinkle reduction, aka it can be natural alternative to Botox or plastic surgery. So we offer the face yoga educational contents through our face yoga app and the instructor certification or group session, private session, and even on social media. And because you can get some advertising income from our social media. So those are the main income streams.
So how did you get is this the concept that you came up with, or is this was
No,
already something that was out there? And
in Japan. Yes, in Japan, it has been around like definitely more than a decade. Yeah. So I'm Japanese. I was born and grown up there. So it was very natural for me to start doing it. But the tipping point, was it tipping point? Is when I was a plastic surgery failure. When I had a plastic surgery failure experience, my chin implant messed up.
wow, okay.
At the age of 27 years old. Currently, I'm 43, so it's a long time ago. But
Okay.
you do lots of stupid things when you're younger, right? That's
Well, two things. Number one, I would have assumed number one. I would have thought you look. I'm not trying to compliment
I try
you, but
to fix it. Yeah, I do lots of
you
faces.
don't look 43, to be honest. Like
Thank you. Well,
you look
because
anywhere between 27 to 32. So
maybe because it's a good lighting.
And the second thing I would have said, you probably didn't need a chin implant.
Yeah, I didn't know at that time. Lots of things I didn't know. I wish I had known,
Okay.
but I didn't know at that time. So I did the surgery, messed up. Then I realized, oh, I should have done some natural stuff like face yoga, because there are so many books. Not that time, not many masters, but there's a lot of face yoga, facial muscle education thing going on in Japan at that time. There was internet too, but then very little information. But still, there's a book, TV show or something, and it was a lot. So I was able to learn a lot from free information, and then I like 7 years ago, I took certification course to be an official face yoga instructor in Japan, and then came to US to spread the amazing benefit. Yes.
Okay. So if the concept behind face yoga really is that, below your face, there's like muscles, and with your face yoga methods, you're really trying to activate those muscles and make them firm. And is that really the idea? Or
yes.
Please help me understand. I would have thought that the whole process of aging and wrinkle is it not really just through the skin? Like your skin is kind of getting wrinkled. So can you share a little bit more about like how?
Yes, we identify two kinds of facial muscles. Blue are sleeping muscle. In case you're watching this video, those are sleeping muscle that we want to wake up. It's around the mouth, around the face, center of the face, including eye. The other one, like forehead, is always moving up like this or frowning like this and causing the 11 lines here, or like like a depressor muscle. Corners of the mouth are saggy, or neck is like a neck tension and jaw pain here too. Those are overworking muscle that we want to relax. So that's what all we do for wrinkle reduction and lift up your skin as well.
And so I'm assuming that your primary target audience are women.
Yes.
Is that?
Yes. My YouTube subscribers are mostly really young, 16 to 25, younger people. A lot of from India too, because YouTube is very popular there.
In terms of the benefits of yoga or this face yoga technique, have there been like, is it really mostly anecdotal evidence, or has there been some sort of
Yes,
research studies?
Yes, clinical study 2018, Northwestern University did face exercises really work or not, and they concluded that it does work if you do it correctly. Yeah, so there's a clinical study, and they said, couple years younger can show that slow down the signs of aging by couple years.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
And what is so anybody who starts to learn this technique and start doing it, what kind of time commitment is required, and how quickly? Let's say someone is like, has already started seeing wrinkles in the skin or something. Is it kind of like reverses that process, or is it like it will slow down further your skin getting further wrinkling in the future?
I believe it can reverse the signs of aging. I think so. The younger you start, the better, easier for you to do it. But the good thing is that if you're mature age, then you start doing it, you're going to see bigger difference because you already have deep wrinkles, for example. So this works for any age, younger people, then older, mature audience. And I often talk about the tongue posture.
Okay.
Tongue posture.
And that also helps to stretch, I guess, your muscles.
That really helps the facial growth. So this tongue posture thing is very, very important for kids. So I have lots of kids followers too. My TikTok, sometimes like teenager, 12 years old, 14 or something. They are watching me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'll shift the topic a little bit. So I know you. So you said that you are a Japanese entrepreneur. You're a serial entrepreneur. Can you share a little bit about the culture of entrepreneurship in Japan? Because and especially for like women, are there a lot of female entrepreneurs in Japan? Is it difficult, or are you is your story a little bit? Because from what I've heard, and I don't know too much about Japan, but I thought it's a very more of a male dominated country and more of a traditional country. So can you share a little bit about the culture of entrepreneurship, and especially like as a female?
Yeah, definitely. There are female entrepreneurs or business managers, successful people in business too, but not as many as in US. I compare US because I live here, but then there was a study saying that the Japanese female executive, very, very few compared to other countries. So compared to other countries, other developed countries, Japanese, the female being entrepreneur or being in a really executive level at corporate, the percentage is very, very low. The government is trying to increase, but it's taking time. Yeah, so I'm really different. I'm a very weird person.
So you, you would call yourself like more of an entrepreneurial person, like from your personality. Like what motivated you? So you've been a serial entrepreneur. Like what motivated you to really get into business? Was it really were you always like thinking about new business ideas and getting into them, or was that someone or something motivated you to start your own business?
I think I had I was lucky to have a lot of good mentors, lots of entrepreneurial mentors. when I was late 20s, around 30s. Yeah, at the beginning, I was just a corporate person, employee, or like $1 billion, big, huge companies like a Microsoft or something like
Okay.
that. It's big tech company. 5 years after university, that was my first job, and no one think about being entrepreneur. There was of course word for entrepreneur, but it was not really commonly known at that time. So no one think about it. I didn't think about it. But then, yeah, my mother passed away suddenly, and then I had to leave the country, because if I live in Japan, still doing the same job, doing the same thing, I keep thinking about her. So I wanted to drastic change in my life. So I went to Hong Kong to study MBA degree, and then I took the entrepreneur course. Then I met some good mentors that they encouraged me to do some small businesses, and I started selling soap, Japanese soap in US. So that was my first business, which I have been still doing it more than 10 years.
Okay.
Trying to sell the business. It's been a challenge, but that's way bigger than my face yoga business. Face yoga is a second business.
So it seems like what motivated you to come to US? Like to me, it seems like both of your businesses, it's primarily you're doing it in the US. Is it really because it's a bigger market, or
It is bigger market too, and also the soap is made in Japan. So, and it's already popular there. So I cannot sell in Japan anymore. So I wanted to try a different market. Also, one of my mentors was American, and he advised, he supported me a lot to create the business and then find other business partners or something like that. So that was it was easier for me to do it in US than other countries.
Okay. Now on your website, I mean, one of the big, I guess, proof points, and it seems like, I mean, I'm seeing you know, photos. You're also working with like the Kardashians and things like
Yes.
this. You know, you have like before and after photos on your website, and it's like, I mean, I see before and after. I mean, I do see like a incredible difference.
Yeah.
Is it like really this drastic? Like, I mean, you have photo 1 year before and then 1 year after, like almost it's a significant difference, I would say, like in, you know, in appearance. How do you, like, is there a scientific process around like taking these photos, or these people have had any surgeries also? Like this is a significant improvement, I would
Yeah,
say.
on our website, there are so many before after photos, and those are real, no surgery or anything. Once you know the difference between overworking muscle and sleeping muscle, you're gonna start not just exercise, but we call it face posture. That means like how to speak, how to eat, how to drink, how to rest your face. Like right now, your face is resting. Your face is not doing anything. So that we call it face posture, resting face posture. And those things really matters too. How to move your facial muscles in our daily daily life. So you're gonna learn those things, and then it's gonna, yeah, definitely create a big change, because yeah, you're moving around the face all the time.
So when you look at my face, like, do you notice that, or, you know, can you look at someone's face and you're like, you know, this person is doing X, Y, and Z that they shouldn't be doing?
Yeah.
Or
I think,
like when you look at my face, like what can you tell?
I think you might have a masseter tension. You think?
Here?
A
I
little
think
bit.
that's kind of my genetic. I think my mother also has like this kind of tension.
Okay. But often I notice when I do side view, when I see side view, I don't say anything to them, but oh, her tongue is down. When your face is resting, tongue should be up. Did you know?
Yeah.
Oh, you knew?
Along the roof.
Like a flat. But very often it's like this. And then when you do like his tongue is down, you're gonna have some wobble here, like saggy here on the chin area or jawline. Especially if the person is fit, but still you have some extra stuff. Oh, she's not mewing. It's called mewing. This tongue posture is called mewing, and I can tell that her tongue is down. I don't say anything to them, but I can tell. Or sometimes their masseter muscle, this jaw muscle, it's very, very strong. And then your face is like a big square. That's how you know it's overdeveloped. The person is very stressed.
Okay. Do I look stressed?
No, but could be a little bit less, I think.
Okay. Interesting. I have to look into your product. Okay. Well, that's very interesting. So, and you have a huge following on your social media also.
Yeah, we've been doing. I studied YouTube. So the reason why I started face yoga business is that the first time was the plastic surgery failure, right? At the age of 27. And then I started learning it and started showing some tutorials on YouTube. And then, so there was no business at that time. But then the more I do, I was randomly doing YouTube, like hairstyle or skincare or food or something. But every time I do face yoga tutorials, the views were up because at that time, there's very few people doing it on YouTube. Now there are more, but at the time, 10 years ago. Then, so slowly grew, slowly has grown. And then I realized that, oh, maybe I can make this, I can make money from this. And then the YouTube started making some advertising income. Kim Kardashian found me, and then Shark Tank found me too, and then was rapid growth. It was good.
I mean, I definitely want to ask you about all those things. So your main products is really, so you have an app, and I'm assuming it's available on iPhone and Android both.
Yes.
And on your website, I'm trying to see all the products. So you have like some physical products also, like your face pillow, I guess.
That's more affiliate. I do physical product only for the soap business, and I try to make this face yoga as digital as possible. So we don't have any physical inventory for face yoga business.
Okay. And the certification, is that kind of like an online class kind of a thing? You do those classes?
Yes, everything is online. Yeah. So we have lots of clients who are clients and are certified instructors like India or Europe, Asian countries, some in US too, but it's kind of all over.
So you basically certify them, and then they can go out and help other people.
Yes,
also.
And make money. Yep.
Okay. And your app, is that free to download, or like what is the business model behind the app? Yeah.
I think it is a freemium. So I think it was 5 exercises free and the rest 50 exercises are not free. And it's a monthly subscription, $12 around per month. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, that makes me wonder, like, if you have 55 exercises, like how much time do I have to spend every day doing this face yoga?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, so that I can see results.
Yes, it's just only a couple of minutes per day, only because facial muscles are much smaller. It's not meant to be like hard workout, like a body workout. You might do like 30 minutes, 45, 1 hour. Face don't need that much. It's the purpose of facial muscle is to create facial expressions and then move the function to eat, speak, all those things. And it's not like this big muscle. So you don't need that long time. You just need a couple minutes per day. And in addition to the exercise time, you wanna keep your tongue up whenever your face is resting. And I teach how to eat, how to speak, how to drink, a lot of things. So once you learn that, you wanna do that every time you eat, every time you speak, every time you drink. So exercise wise, it's just a couple minutes per day. And then you should see good result. Could be like a couple weeks or a month, or sometimes years if they are very mature, but then they see big difference too because they already have deep wrinkles.
So how does one look for results? Like, is it really purely subjective that today in the mirror my face looks, firmer or something like that, or is there a way to actually measure results how do you take before and after pictures, and over time you
Yes,
track?
because our job, we do this online on Zoom. So all the before after pictures are just screenshot for now.
Okay.
But I'm hoping to incorporate some technology into the app to measure more accurate data. That's what we are hoping to achieve this year, because right now the app has symmetry analysis.
Okay.
And then some AR functions, augmented reality, but I want to offer more, but it's been challenged. So we're trying to find developer who can do that. Like if you like a propose, you should do this exercise after you take a picture. Like I want to do that. Yeah.
Okay. More of like an artificial intelligence kind of a thing where scan your face and then it basically creates a personalized plan for you, right?
Yes. Right now you have to manually click, and you have to manually do that, but it would be really cool if we can do automatic after take pictures.
Okay. So, I mean, that makes me wonder, like, creating this kind of an app, of course, there's an investment that went into this. Can you share a little bit about the business side of it? So when you decided to start this business, so you said that initially you started posting some pictures or videos around this, and you started seeing, interest around that. And at a certain point, you probably came up with a business idea. Okay, I'll create an app, and there will be a subscription model around it. What was the cost when you started developing the app? And what kind of investment went into because I'm sure it's an ongoing investment to continue to develop that.
It's ongoing investment. At the beginning, we did really cheap, maybe like less than 5,000, because I was on Shark Tank and I knew the air date, and then we didn't have much substantial item to sell. Which is a huge mistake. You get so much publicity from the TV show and then you don't have anything to sell. That's crazy. We had a like certification course or something. I'm sorry, at that time we didn't have a certification even because the Shark Tanks came to me too quickly.
So yeah, can you share a little bit about Shark Tank story? So they came to you, they invited you, or did you pitch to them? And then, so what did you ask? Like,
they found me.
If you didn't have a product, what were you, what kind of investment?
We had a small product like private session, group session, something super generic product.
Okay.
So that was
when they reached out to you, like, what did they say? I mean, I'm surprised, given that you didn't have like a very, a developed product. Like, what did they say? How did they approach you?
I think they just wanted to have something unique.
Okay.
So not all the contestants, not all the businesses are fully developed. No, no one is fully developed, but I think you need at least 200,000 quarter million sales or something like that, at least, or around. I think that's like average. But then I didn't have like $20,000 or something sales at that time. So that's how I mean by they came to me too quickly.
Okay.
And then but they needed I would assume they needed some interesting businesses. Like if I do some face exercise with the Mr. Wonderful or someone like that, it's obviously it's funny, right? So TV show needs funny scenes, more laughters, and I can provide that. That's why I got a good spot.
I guess part of that also is, your personality, that you're there to entertain, and so I guess they're looking for that package, that it will make an entertaining show, but then also there's like some sort of a good, interesting business idea around there. What was the outcome of that? So you did, I haven't seen your episode. I'll definitely go and watch it afterwards. What was can you share a little bit on your experience?
Well, I did not get the offer. Okay. But if you think about it, it's best if you don't get offer or you reject and then you still get air. That's the best scenario in my opinion, because the offer is not that good because they take a lot for their publicity thing, but they're not going to do much after the show. So it'll be better if you don't get offer but aired.
Definitely.
In my opinion.
but
Because
I'm
not everyone is gonna be aired.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So I mean, it's kind of a testament that I mean, you have a bit of a, I guess, show business or like that entertainment. You are entertaining in a way, because I'm seeing on your website like you've been on multiple different kind of shows. So
Yes, I'm like a talent.
so maybe you're in the wrong business. Maybe you should be doing movies or TV or something.
No. I'm a face yoga talent. So I do that, and I use this PR opportunity. And then I try to turn into real business, which is money.
Yeah.
That's why I'm excited to develop better app with the technology. So to answer your first question, it was like 5,000 or something to develop the app, because it was very simple. And then ongoing, you have to invest time to time, 2,000, 5,000, or the more technology.
And right now, are you a profitable? I mean,
yes, this is a very good business because there's no cost.
Yeah,
there's no physical cost at all, and I don't need a lot of marketing budget because I do by myself. That's a great business.
You're the one marketing it. So
yes, I'm the influencer. If
okay.
you're not influencer, you have to hire influencer or paid PPC or something, and then marketing budget. Our marketing budget it's really non-existent.
Exactly. I mean that's a huge asset, right? That you can bring eyeballs, you can bring people in to watch your content, and then I guess whether you're selling this product or something else, I mean, you can create a different product as long as you're able to bring people in. You can sell anything pretty much, right?
Well, not anything, but yes, I think we have a big marketing power, low cost. I mean, I pay sometimes to do other things like an event or like hire a mentor or something like that. But mostly we've done PPC, but very little. It's not that effective for us.
Yeah. So very curious about your Kardashian experience also. How did that happen, and was there any benefit to you? Of course, the fact that you can post those videos and things like that. Can you share a little bit about that experience?
Yes, I did not approach them because who would think they would like me? You never know. But so they found me. They were watching YouTube. They found me, and someone like manager or someone emailed me, and then I thought it was a scam at the beginning because there's no way they know me. It was early stage too, maybe year 2 since I started teaching in US. And then there's a phone number, so I called them, and it was a legit. But it didn't happen a long time, so maybe too good to be true, and I gave up and do anything. But then 3 months later or so, they suddenly emailed me, can you come next week? Of course. And at that time, they said, there are 3 people. And I didn't know who the 3. I didn't think it was Kim, Chloe, and Courtney. I didn't think, maybe like a friends of them, or I didn't think it was the real Kim Kardashian. And before I knew that, they told me that it's the real Kim and Courtney and Chloe and some of the kids and Scott and everyone. So the entire Kardashian, not entire Kardashian, but like 7 people there.
And then the idea was that did they pitch that they're going to shoot this as part of like their TV episode?
Yes.
And did they offer you any fees for that, or was that?
I charged. Yeah, they asked me how much, so I charged them the regular price. Regular price as other people.
Wow.
But then, so just doing it, I don't make money by teaching just one time, but the fact that they aired the segment, that's a huge credibility, and then I keep using it. People are gonna talk about it until even at my funeral probably. So it's gonna last long time, evergreen PR, like same as Shark Tank. And when like 6 months later, after I went there, Kim, the real Kim, not the Chloe, not Courtney, but the Kim, suddenly happened to watch my segment of Shark Tank. She took a screenshot and tweeted saying she's legit.
Wow.
That was amazing testimonial.
Definitely.
I didn't know that people start talking about it and what? And then I found it. I haven't really checked the Twitter. It was Twitter.
Wow.
So
and,
that
and
was
what was that a fun experience for you, like working with the Kardashians? Like what was that experience like, talking to them and like sharing your experience? What was what was the energy like?
Yes, they're really so cool. And then they're very nice in the TV show. They might do a lot of drama for the purpose of TV show, but for real, they're very nice and respectful and then polite. And I was amazed.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So one part of your app is what is called Symmetry test or Symmetry report.
Yes. You took
Can
a
you
picture.
share a little bit? Yeah, what is that and what is the relevance of this Symmetry report?
So lots of people are concerned about asymmetrical face.
Okay.
Like my eyes, this is down, this is up, this is bigger, this is smaller. Or symmetrical face is considered beauty in general.
Okay.
And human are supposed to be slightly asymmetrical. That's normal. But if you are very asymmetrical, that can be concerning. So it's good to take a picture on the app on iPhone. It's not available on Android yet, but on iPhone, you take a picture and there's like not dot, but the lines. And then show how asymmetry where in numbers. And then you take a picture as a before photo and you do the exercise and other things. And then 1 month later, you take a picture again to compare. 2 months later, do it again. And so keep the progress track. Yep.
So I think one of your, I guess, assets is really around content creation, right, for social media. So you have a lot of content on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, and that's driving a lot of eyeballs, so to speak. Can you share a little bit about your content creation process? I'm assuming that your role in your business, for the most part, or I would say maybe 70% or so, is really content creation, right? Can you share a little bit about your workflow? Like, do you plan out your content? What is your process of coming up with new ideas and creating the content? And do you do everything yourself, or do you have like any outside help also? Yeah.
We have a team. So every time I do, I have a lot of idea, and sometimes I'm stuck or I write down on paper so I will not forget. And then every time I see my content, they ask me questions. Followers ask me questions. That's how I get more creative, and I just answer and then make it a content. But every time currently TikTok, it's a short 45 seconds, and then after I publish to TikTok, I'm gonna get the raw material, we call it raw video, into my Dropbox. And then my team, mainly 2 people, the team members will post to like Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube short. What else? I don't know. they
so
put
there isn't a huge editing process.
Correct. It's super simple. So we don't know. I edit. It's very quick.
Okay. Any apps you would recommend for editing, or anything that helps your content creation workflow?
I just use CapCut Pro. I think was a CapCut.
Final Cut Pro, or
no? Final Cut is for YouTube because it's more like desktop. But I just do if it's short video, 45 seconds, I just do everything is on my phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just on your apps. Okay.
Yeah. So the short one gonna go everywhere, and the YouTube, it's longer, 20 minutes, 15 minutes. I try to do every 2 weeks. That's gonna be YouTube, and then my team will cut it into pieces and use that pieces to as a short vertical content as well.
Okay. And that's your entire team, just the content people, or do you have like other people in your team?
No, just me and the one main full-time, almost full-time assistant in Philippines, and that's it. We have, of course, there's some like sometimes video editor in India or other people's, but not many. We're very neat, small.
So the people who are developing your app, like that's almost like, you know, do you have a team around that, or is it mostly like
just
you
a freelance
are outsourced?
person?
Just a freelance person. One person is creating your app. Wow.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you're
we
basically
had
communicating the idea, and then they're coding it up, and you're testing it out. Or?
Well, when we created at the beginning, it was bigger team. It was company, agency. There was American product manager, and they outsourced to Armenian. So they're working with Armenian developers. And then we switched to Russian team, and then they disappeared. It happens. And then, yeah, once it's developed, you don't need a big team, right? So it's a more maintenance process right now. So we work with freelancer for one person for Android, another person for Apple.
So, I mean, is it ever a concern when you're working with like a Russian team or something that they can steal your code and create an app that is, you know, with a similar idea or something? How do you control that?
I don't know how to control them, and they really disappeared. So I was very shocked. Even if you do contract, NDA contract or something, it's not gonna work. It's foreign country. Within US, maybe it helps, but it's
how
a
are you
foreign
going
country.
to fight a case in Russia? That'll be very difficult.
We are not too worried about IP thing because no one can steal my personality.
Exactly. Yeah,
No
I think
one
that's I mean, that's what I was trying to say. Like,
yeah,
I think the influencer part and the ability to bring the audience is such an integral part of it. Is that even if you don't, you know, even if you replace your app with something different, you know, you'll still be able to bring, you know, audience around that. So I think that's really the main aspect of the business, I guess.
I think so. Then you don't have to pay for the paid advertising, and no one. Well, there are of course some other face yoga influencers too, but the way I teach is more like people say like animated.
Okay.
So it's we are edutainment, education and entertainment.
Awesome. And that's just your personal, that's just how you always been.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, offline, I'm more nerd and more like quiet because I have to save my energy on screen. Yeah. But that's my personality. So no one can steal it. So we're not too worried about IP.
Okay. What is your future vision for your business? Where do you want to see it, let's say 5 years down the road?
5 years, we'd like to be, I would like to be I'm going to be a next Marie Kondo.
What is that?
Marie Kondo. Do you know Marie Kondo?
No.
Oh, you don't know Marie Kondo? Okay, she's a Japanese tidying up talent. Huge.
Tidying up. Okay.
Yeah, cleaning. Okay. How to clean or organize. She's an organizing guru, the most famous one in the world.
So, but your major market really is US right now, or are you also, you know, do you have Japanese users using it, or do you have like, are you targeting any other markets, or it's purely US focused right now?
I would say English speaking countries, that's the main thing, because everything is in online. So English speaking, US, Europe, those are main. Okay. But then last year we started the social media in China. So we have partner Chinese agency. So they just add translation, Chinese translation, and get the same contents, the short contents from our Dropbox, and then post it in there. And we started selling some daily video course as well. In Japan, we are going to do this year. So I recently started adding some Japanese caption, tiny one. Yeah.
Okay. So in every entrepreneur's journey, there's always mistakes made, lessons learned, failures. What would you say has been like a mistake or a lesson learned, failure that that you've encountered building this business? What did you learn from it, and what can other entrepreneurs learn from your experiences?
Yeah, when the Shark Tank was aired, there was not much product to sell. That's like a huge stupid mistake. But it took too quickly, so we didn't have time to create app. So that's one thing. The other thing I regret is that I ignored email marketing. I do e-commerce, so we do Klaviyo and then other really targeted things. It's really technology going on. So I know now, I know it's so important, but I ignored for our audience because I thought just social media is enough. I don't think so now. I think you still have to do email because our audience is very younger people. So I just assume that young people, they don't check email anymore. They do Instagram DM or something. But I think it still works. Email still works. We ignored, so that's my regret. I shouldn't. Now I'm more serious about email marketing too. Yeah.
Okay. And I mean, you do have an e-commerce business also. How do you and I think you were saying, you're trying to sell it or something. How do you divide your time? Like, how much time do you spend?
Oh, it's about like 50-50.
Okay.
Sometimes more, sometimes less, but yeah, that's a bigger more than 10 times bigger. Last year, more than 1 million. So it's way bigger than Face Yoga. Face Yoga is much smaller.
Okay.
So we
but you want to sell it. Why is that? Because that is a lot more time intensive, resource intensive thing.
I realize I'm more talented for Face Yoga.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I love business development, but e-commerce it's not my really specialty. I realized that we're still trying to grow, of course, because we need to, in order to end e-commerce so that I can focus on Face Yoga, I have to sell this business. I cannot just drop it, right? Someone has to take over. Yeah,
of course. So now I'm going to move on to our rapid fire segment. In this segment, I'm going to ask you a few quick questions, and you have to answer them maybe 1 or 2 words or a sentence or so.
Yeah.
I'll skip the book question. So your product is definitely considered innovative or a little bit different. Is there any other innovative product or idea in e-commerce, retail, or tech that you are excited about?
Yes, I'm so excited about ChatGPT. Do you know?
Yeah.
AI thing. Prompt engineering is a new thing. It's like a new coding. Although I'm not developer, I'm not coder, I'm not that techy, but even if you're not technical, you can still learn prompt engineering, how to prompt, how to give questions in ChatGPT or something like that, and then you get better answers. So that's super exciting. Also for our e-commerce, do you know UGC, user generated content?
User generated, yes.
Yeah. So we outsource for the soap business. We outsource UGC creators to create UGC contents, and then we started using only for still image, but we started using DALL-E or something, the AI art,
the image generator.
So we are creating AI image instead of asking the UGC creators to take a photo, and it works. Yeah, so I think UGC will die soon, not soon, but maybe next year or so. So
basically you upload a picture of your product and then it gives you in different backgrounds and different scenarios? Or?
No, more like I say in the prompt, I say, the female is female is taking shower and in her 40s and just finished the shower, that kind of prompt, and then ask her. She is holding something on her hand, but there's nothing else. And then so the picture is like this, right? Holding something.
And then you can put your product.
Yes.
Wow.
And I think this is crazy. And I love creating those. So I keep creating, and then my team is creating, and then we ask around. I ask my other people, do you think this looks real? Of course. They don't know. They don't know that it's an AI image. So I think it works.
And there is no cost associated with that, right? That's completely because it's computer generated. We're not paying.
There's no copyright. You don't have to ship. You don't have to communicate. You don't have to pay anything. It's so good. So that's why I feel like UGC will disappear.
Well, I think a lot of things will disappear. With the chat GPT, as the whole concept develops, I think
that is crazy. We want
the whole thing around content creation and everything. It's like you just ask and it will give you.
Yeah, so that's why our app has to incorporate some personalized advice part. It's gotta be possible. We just don't know how yet. But
a business or productivity tool or software that you would recommend, or a productivity tip?
The chat GPT is really one of big one that I've been using every day. Then DALL-E as well, and we use Trello most of the time for communication. And I still use paper book to do my to-do list, organize. Somehow I keep switching to digital, but then I always go back to paper. Somehow I like paper more than writing down online. I know it's inconvenient. Last year I lost a book and I was freaking out, but anyway. But because you write down, you remember more. Or something. So that Trello for group, and this paper notebook is for myself. In Japan, it's very, very popular. More popular to use paper still. People love paper. Yep.
Yeah. This may sound repetitive, but any other startup or business that you think is currently doing great things in e-commerce, retail, or tech?
E-commerce,
retail or technology. Any other business that you think is doing really well?
I'm sorry, the same thing, but the AI thing, Chat GPT, DALL-E, those are like really innovative. And then I see more similar companies who are using their technology, so they offer more. It's gonna really rapidly develop more, so we have to use it. I was thinking before couple years ago, when I was talking with a mentor, they said, oh, you want to have more employees to show that you have more solid business, blah, blah, blah. But now you think about it, you shouldn't have many employees. Look at the tech layoff. You shouldn't have. In e-commerce, I learned that if you're creating 1 million, one person, one employee, that's it. If you're 2 million, maybe 2 employee plus a little bit more.
I mean, So, I mean, I think that's a very good point. I think a lot of companies get bloated with employees. I think, the recent thing where Elon Musk took over Twitter and laid off people. And I think he said that we don't really need that many people to run Twitter. So I think with, key people, some, few key people, you can definitely have a big impact. A peer entrepreneur or business person whom you look up to, or someone who inspires you?
I have lots of mentors. They are not really like famous people or anything, but having mentors so important. For e-commerce, do you know Ezra Firestone?
Ezra Firestone? Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he's like a legend, right? And his business boom, one of his businesses boom is for senior women. right?
Yeah.
50s, 60s. And our e-commerce is totally different from face yoga. So we target senior female as well for the soap. Yeah. So we learn so much. We take courses, paid courses, free courses. Like I'm like stalking him for our e-commerce. So he doesn't know me, but yeah, we've been taking their courses and really following and then giving us really quick result.
Wow. So
Yeah,
it
like
works. It works.
it works. Like we didn't know. He said every 6 weeks you should do some campaign, sales campaign, like New Year's sale, Valentine's sale,
Yeah.
like a spring sale or something. We didn't do that, but now we do. And then it's like really, yeah, creating more sales. And then also flash sale suddenly. Just so many. He gives, his team give us really realistic, doable, achievable action plans. Unlike some mentors, they give you like broad, high level, too high level, and you still don't know what to do. You don't understand because too high level. But his business boom and our Mirai Clinical soap kind of similar. We are body care, they are face care, but we both target senior female in US.
Okay. Wow.
Yep.
I mean, that could be a good. I mean, the thing is, he's actually teaching what he's doing to people, and so you're able to take advantage of it. But that could be like, try to find a business that's a lot more successful in the kind of industry or niche that you're trying to target, and really just stalk them and try to see what kind of strategies and tactics they're using and try to replicate
that. I learned that finding a mentor who is in the same space, similar situation. I mean, it's not similar situation. He's like super successful. I'm like small, but still similar target, similar product. And then the advice they give you is going to be really achievable. For example, if the mentor, a lot of mentors, they're talking about like TikTok marketing or Gen Z or something, and then we don't really do Gen Z, and then we don't really do TikTok, although we are considering, but it's more for senior people, right? So the advice, it's not really useful, but the Ezra is, his advice is really, we can do it. It works.
Actionable, yeah. Okay.
Actionable.
Final question. Best business advice you ever received or you would give to other entrepreneurs?
I'm sorry?
Best business advice you ever received yourself or you would give to other entrepreneurs?
I think I started this soap business without testing the market. That was a mistake. Now it's slowly growing, so it's good, but it took a long time. If you take 10 years to get to 1 million, that's not so good.
Okay.
But at that time, I didn't know. I just assumed that this soap is very popular in Japan. So maybe if I bring it to US, it should work. I just assumed without really testing. At that time, I didn't know much about test market or anything like that. So you cannot just start a business. You have to test it.
Yeah.
But then this face yoga is good because I tested on YouTube and there's a demand. So I was able to do it slowly without breaking the bank.
That's awesome. I guess with, if you're bringing a product from a different market, I guess there's probably a huge component of now you have to educate the new market, right? So
yes,
I guess that's probably a big.
Yes, educating from scratch. So you have to spend a lot of money for marketing. I just didn't know that kind of financial or anything. I just wanted to do something and then did it. It was, challenging, especially at the beginning.
Well, Koko, thank you so much. Those were all the questions that I had. I really, really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Great advice and sharing your real life experiences. If anyone wants to take advantage of or check out this Koko Faith Yoga, what is the best way they can?
Yes, we have a lot of content on our social media, or we offer certification course for, even if you're just not going to teach, but for yourself, you can still learn a lot. Yeah, it's a lifetime value. So check out kokofaceyoga.com, but not C, but Koko faceyoga.com.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you, Koko.
Thank you.
Thank you again for your time. Really appreciate
Thank you so
it,
much.
and
Appreciate it too.
wish you all the best.
You too. Thank you so much. Bye bye.